Guys, if you don't get anything else out of this, write this down. Joy is not a physical change that leads to a happy life. Joy is a spiritual change that brings us into the holy presence of God for His intended purpose. That's where joy is. Joy is not, but guys, this is so hard for us, even as Christians, to believe because we live in a culture that is selling joy everywhere. Just watch the television for a while. You'll find joy in this car, you'll find joy in this food, you'll find joy in this drink, you'll find joy in this house, you'll find joy in these people, you'll find joy in the guys. We are because it's all circumstance. You'll find joy in this career. You'll find, guys, that is not joy. That's not biblical joy. What we say to ourselves, what we fool ourselves into believing, this is what I fool myself into believing is, if I would just feel joyful, I would be grateful. Well, here's what I mean by that. It's worse than that. It's worse than that wrong, because that's wrong. If God would just improve my circumstances, I would then be joyful, which would then make me grateful. But guys, joy is not a byproduct of gratefulness. It's the other way around. It is if I am grateful for all God has done, who He is, what He's done, what He's doing in my life. If I'm grateful for those things, I will find joy, regardless of what's going on in my life. You say, how do you know that? I say, because look at the people in Scripture where that's true. Paul and Silas are beaten and imprisoned, and they're singing songs of joy. How is that possible? Because their joy had nothing to do with their circumstance. Guys, it's not just, okay, but they were biblical characters. Guys, you know stories. Social media, if it's good for anything, it's good for hopefully telling good, positive stories. How many people do you know who have died well? I mean, really like they had a terminal illness and they didn't lose their joy through it. Because that's a supernatural thing. It's not about their circumstance. They didn't just find joy because they got healed. They didn't get healed and didn't lose their joy. That's Jesus.